Greetings everybody, coming to you from my 2025 Toyota Tacoma SR Manual transmission. I don't know if I showed that or not. Ignore the flashing and flickering of the instrument cluster. It does that when the camera is held back a little bit. If the camera is right up on it, it doesn't do that. It's kind of a weird phenomena. Not sure what's up with that. I recently posted some videos about a thumping noise under the car, so I set up an appointment at the dealer to have them look at it. So what I did was I topped up the fuel tank. It only took a couple gallons, and then I drove it around a little bit to kind of mimic how far I drove home when it would do that. Not a sound. So the conclusion that I've drawn is that the only time it makes that sound is if you drive all the way until the low fuel light comes on and then some, and then fill it all the way up, let it click off and then stop, and then drive a few miles, 5 miles, maybe 3 miles, and then let it idle, then that's when it does that sound. Now, there's another catch that I don't know if it plays into it or not. I'm gonna have to experiment, and that is that I park on a hill with the car facing upwards. So I don't know if that plays into it or not. We'll have to see. I mean, no problems with the truck. I call everything a car, so I'll call this a car. No problems with it. It feels just very well built, like it's going to last forever. It's really nice to drive. I've said this in some of my other videos before. The naysayers have likely never even sat in one, much less driven one. The manual transmission for me is what prompted me to buy this. I probably would not have looked twice at a truck if it hadn't been for the manual transmission, and I test drove it and I immediately liked it. It drives exactly the way that I want it to, if that makes any sense. Like there were some other cars I either owned or test drove, like for example the new Land Cruiser, the new body Land Cruiser. I got used to the way the old one felt, the expensive one, and I drove the new one and it just didn't even come close. It wasn't even on the same planet. It just felt, I don't know, the steering felt like disconnected and plasticky and too light. I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't at all what I thought it should be. To a lesser degree, the new body Nissan Pathfinder, although that was a really cool car. I owned one of those for a while. I may have a video or two about it. I had a few ergonomic issues with that, but that also didn't really feel like what I thought it should feel like, and it's hard to put into words, but there's a certain feel that a truck has, the way it like goes over the bumps, the feedback from the steering, that sort of thing. And as far as I'm concerned, this Tacoma does that 100% exactly the way I like it to. So that is another thing that could, it wasn't just the manual transmission, it was the overall drive and everything like that really contributed to it as well. So, but yeah, I think these are built to a high quality standard, and I think it's gonna last. And I don't know how long I'm gonna keep it. I am typically not one to keep cars a long time. So it's anybody's guess how long I'm going to keep this thing. it could be gone in 3 months, or it could be sitting around 5 years from now. You just never know with me. I'm very, very unpredictable with things like that. But for now, I'm enjoying it. I'm such a car nut. I love to just experience a bunch of different cars. And side note, I noticed my map popped up some random place and then just kind of stuck there. I think that's, well, it said something about, it complained about location services, and then it popped up a random map. Don't even know where that could be. It's not letting me pinch. Who knows? Anyway, have a great day, everyone.